We all know that prices are going up, and that can be pretty scary, especially with holidays around the corner. One way that we save is on our grocery budget. Before we go to the store, I write down every single ingredient that we will need, and then I shop from our fridge, our freezer, and our pantry first. Let me show you some of our favorite ingredients and how we use those to make super tasty, budget-friendly meals. A great option if you don't have a lot of seasonings is to pick up ingredients that already have the seasonings included, like this Rotel. Y'all know that I use that a lot. Or this Mexicorn, it has the red peppers already included, and I use this in my Mexi pasta and my taco soup. Or I just get the regular corn. My stock up bean items are these black beans and these new Bush's Chili Magic. These are my new favorites. I got the hot. I used that last time in our chili pies. So they have the Louisiana hot and then the regular. And then these Bush's chili beans are what I use in my taco soup. So these are my top 3 bean stock up items. This black bean soup is super easy to put together and it uses up some pantry staples. I've just cooked up 1 pound of breakfast sausage, adding a purple onion and a red bell pepper. I'm just using up some leftover scraps that I had, so you can use as much as you would want. Once cooked down, add in 1 can of Rotel and just pour 2 cans of black beans. It's so easy, you don't even have to drain them. I'm using up some chicken broth I had, so use 1.5 cups. And for our seasonings, I'm using 2 teaspoons of oregano, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and some garlic powder. Stir this together, and I totally forgot that I had some chipotles and adobe, so I'm going to use a little bit of that, and then stir this together. We're going to let it simmer for 45 minutes, and this dish is complete. It's so easy to put together, and it uses up a lot of leftovers. Another one of my pantry staples is making sure to stock up on pepperonis. I have this on hand at all time because they just make really good snacks. A pizza casserole is super budget friendly. I'm just going to start off with adding in 8 ounces of this elbow macaroni. The marinara sauce I actually got on clearance for $1.29, and then the seasonings is totally optional, but I'm going to go in with some Italian seasonings. And then my pepperonis, I use about 4 to 6 ounces of those. I just cut them up, and at this time they were $3.99. So just mix all that together, pour your pasta into your baking dish, and then add in your marinara and pepperonis. At this point, my husband was standing over my shoulder and whispering, "Hey, that's not enough marinara sauce." He's a huge marinara fan, so I definitely had to go back in and add some more for him. So I'm just going to mix this together until everything is well combined, and then sprinkle over some cheese. I'm using this 5 cheese to get it out of my fridge, but you could definitely just use like Parmesan or mozzarella. I went ahead and went back in with another layer of pepperonis, but this is totally an optional move. I just felt like it needed some more pepperonis. We're going to cook this at 350 for 20 minutes. This was so easy to put together. It's super budget friendly, and it is definitely a crowd pleaser around here. So when Sheldon and I first got married, I honestly had no idea how to cook. I mean, I really don't know how to cook right now. Most of the time I'm just winging it, but I had 3 staple items that I cooked all the time: spaghetti, hot dogs, and this meal right here. Now, of course, these enchiladas are not authentic, but they are still super delicious. This time around, I'm gonna go with the refried beans instead of the black beans, but I have done black beans and rice plenty of times. I like to do my quesadillas like that with some hamburger meat. For our rice, we're gonna add in 2 cups of water, 1 packet of our rice, 1 tablespoon of oil. Just give this a stir. If I could find this one's good. Find a spoon. I've been cooking a lot, so like all my dishes are in the dishwasher right now, so I need to clean that out. So we are just gonna turn this on and bring this to a boil and let that cook. So I have been outvoted on putting the rice into our enchiladas, so we're just gonna go bean and cheese. Very, very simple. I'll give you some cheese in just a second. Okay. You're welcome.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you.
And then we're just gonna go in with a mix of shredder cheddar cheese and Monterey Jack that I shredded up already. Our oven is preheated at 375, and we're just gonna cook this for about 15 minutes or so, just so everything can heat up and the tortillas can get nice and browned.
I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. there's no way I can beat it, 'cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and
once our enchiladas are assembled, I'm just going to go in and pour our enchilada sauce. Now, I definitely added too much doing the whole jar, but I was committed once I started pouring, so you could just use as much as you would like. I just went back in and added another layer of that Monterey Jack cheese. Just cooked this on the oven at 350 for about 10-15 minutes just to make sure everything is nice and melted. Having a messy fridge can cause you to lose money. Oftentimes you forget about items that you have, like this buttermilk. It was just hiding behind everything else. I've forgotten about leftovers plenty of times, and they kind of just get pushed to the back of the fridge. In my last freezer clean out video, I used the buttermilk to make these fried pork chops. I'll make sure to leave that down below. So taking just a few minutes out of your week to either take everything out and give it a good clean, or just moving around a couple of things depending on how messy your fridge is, can help you so much. Like all of this stuff that was in my produce drawer, I completely forgot about. A lot of it was bad, so I just went ahead and cleaned it out. And doesn't this just look so much better? I know where everything is, and it's super organized. A few years ago, we invested in getting a food saver at a garage sale. So we buy our meat in 5-pound to 3-pound increments, and then I just cut it into 1 pounds. And then I put it into my food sealer bags, and this little machine just seals it right up. That way we don't have to thaw out all 5 pounds at one time, and we save a lot of money doing this. If you need some more inspiration on how to cook from items that you have in your house, check out this video here, and I will catch you guys next time.